What's up, guys? Welcome back. So this video is the second video in the series where I take my song Girl That Was Perfect and show you guys the production process from the very first day where I record guitar and vocals to the very end where I basically get it ready for mixing. So I will play a little bit of the song in a bit to show you guys the finished master, and then we're going to jump right into the production process where I left it off from video number 1. So for those of you that haven't watched that one, I've linked it up there. That video shows me recording guitar, editing it, as well as recording vocals, editing those, and doing some songwriting, finishing the song. So if you haven't watched that, I strongly recommend you watch that video first before jumping into this one. Now in this video, I'm specifically going to be showing the chorus production. It is a long video, it's about 40 minutes long. In reality, this was probably an hour and a half to 2 hours of me working. So, and this is just the chorus. I'm showing, writing a bass line, arranging strings, writing a piano line, a lot of different things, creating percussion drums, all of that. So without further ado, I will play a little bit of the song and then we'll just jump right into the production.
Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. I see a soul and focus growing so much better than the girl that was perfect. No shit. Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. I see a soul and focus growing so much better than the girl that was perfect. No shit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So yeah, and I just keep those really simple and just edit them to be all perfectly like the length of a bar.
That's good.
Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah, I like her better.
Okay, that's beautiful because now I have somewhere to take an 808 from. Shanta, ka gong, ka gong, ka.
So what you see me doing here is coming up with the rhythmic patterns of the bass with my voice. So you can see I'm starting out with very simple bar length bass notes, and then there you go, I'm changing them into what I just heard in my head.
And I want to ka gong ka.
Yeah, this is like a classic example of how I write a lot of my parts. I hear it in my head, and then I just drag the MIDI around to match it.
Okay, I like that.
Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. I see a soul and focus growing so much better than the girl.
It's a good, it's clean. I want more dirt.
Yeah, right here you see me just kind of messing with the sound. This is a really great program called Sublab. Highly recommended for 808. It's also really inexpensive. I think it's like $40 or something like that. It's super affordable. Yeah, and you can do a lot of these really great adjustments, like adding distortions straight on the track.
Alright, first I need a snare, hunty. A snare! Oh, it was perfect.
So you can see me here auditioning different sounds. Yeah, cut out quite a bit of this too, because like I can just go on. And this is important though, even for the demo stage, just finding the sounds that sound right with the song.
Oh, that was where it went. And it's too like. How about this one? It's too short. It's a nice little. It's like, I don't know. Something about it is like gross, and I don't know what that is. Oh no, that's not what I meant to click. Claps.
So what you see me do here, it's like a little trick that I do. I just close my eyes and I go through sounds really fast. Cutting off the visual input really, really helps because you can just quicker pick up on something that stands out to you. Yeah, and going through it like lightning speed like that too, you can just pick up on the characteristics faster.
Yeah, I like her, but
Oh, that's actually kind of cool though. So it's got a flam.
like her better than the girl that was perfect. I see brown face, brown hair. Yeah, I like her,
It's so flammy. I'm like kind of struggling.
like her.
Try this.
Face, brown hair. Yeah, I like her.
I like the flam actually all of a sudden. Let me grab one more thing to stagger right here. Like, actually. Oh, can you type? No.
So, and yeah, this is like a thing I do in almost every record too. I don't just pick a sound and go, cool, there's my snare. A lot of the times I want to emphasize different hits, so I look for emphasis samples.
Brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. I see that around face, brown hair, yeah, I like her.
Yeah, and here I'm just kind of like putting it on all the right beats and then EQing it a little bit, rolling off the bottom end, just focusing on the frequencies, which I like for this, which is mostly just the high end, a little bit of the high mids as well.
Okay, eyes closed.
And here, obviously, I'm looking for kicks, the same method, eyes closed, listening to them kind of fast, just trying to vibe with one.
No, it's too like dance. Better than the sampler. All right, and then you're gonna drag in that one that you just like.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting the kicks in the sampler plugin and Ableton, and I'm going to play them in on the keyboard and find my pattern.
Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was.
So I used to be more of a drag and drop person for most drums, but now I really like using the sampler method because I can swap out the samples super easily. Yeah, so even with this kick, I'm pretty sure I do swap it out for a different sound. So you just drag and drop and boom, you have a new kick doing that pattern, and you can try it on and see, is this right? Is this not right? So you can go through like 10 kicks in a few seconds and find the right one very easily.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, the sound is not even bad. It's really not.
Yeah, and I think a lot of DAWs also come with their own sampler plugins. So yeah, there's this easy one in Ableton, but I'm pretty sure Pro Tools, Logic, they all have it.
Brown face, brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl. Book is growing so much better than the girl that was perfect. No shit.
Why do I love this so much? Okay, I'm gonna control myself. That actually might be cool for the top.
So what I did here is I copied the kick track and then replaced the sample with a click sample to help it cut through the mix.
Like some kind of, whoa, hey.
So yeah, I just started kind of going into effects land here, which I don't usually do, and I don't even have like any instrumentation really at all. But again, this is my point about wild creativity. You gotta follow the muse. If it's calling you to add effects early on, you gotta add effects early on. And you can see me here, I'm just like going through sounds, mostly cashmere sounds. Yeah, and trying stuff out.
Is that dumb for me to use that with like some kind of effect on it? Like, just saying. Like, would that be dumb to do it like this? And I killed my own ears. So we gotta go. That is dumb. It is dumb. done? All right. That's cool though, because it's actually the pitch of this. But like low.
Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah.
Yeah, that's the point too. I found that yeah thing just by poking around, and sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Looking at her round face, brown hair, yeah. I like her better than the girl that was perfect. Better.
Bye bye.
So, and what you can see me doing here is I'm just trying to find a different place to put that, yeah, that like crowd scream. And you see me try it out in different ways. And I basically end up taking it away because sometimes you just don't know what you're going to like and you got to try things.
Ooh.
I see a soul in a focus.
Okay, I hate that. I really just like it on like one drop. That F sharp, right?
Yeah, and like I mentioned, sometimes I tackle effects even before the main instruments just because it helps me nail down the vibe, get excited about it.
Cool. So I have to really melt it down. Like that's actually kind of cool too, like to use a clap for an impact maybe. It just sounds like vintage, not in a cool way though. I love that fucking hay though. Maybe just like tuck that shit in.
Looking at her round face, brown hair.
Yeah, I really like that. Just like verb it.
Looking at her round face, brown hair.
That one.
Looking at her round face, brown hair. Yeah, I like her.
I like it really short.
Looking at her round face, brown hair. Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, and to me this really helps, like making the stack of effects at the top of the chorus, just to help me capture the energy.
Okay, I just like look for samples, like drums and shit. Drums and shit. I really like that first hit though. This is the experimentation point of. Yeah, it's too much though. Yeah. It actually would be good to add a stomp though, because like I love stomps and nobody can stop me. That one. Oh, that one's my favorite. I don't even know what pack or anything it's from. It's just so cute. It's so cute.
Yeah, this is truly one of my favorite tricks, taking a kick drum and layering it with a stomp. And what I'm doing here, I'm EQing out the bottom and emphasizing the high end because we don't want the bottom. The kick's already doing the bottom.
Like her better than the girl that was perfect.
What would happen if I was like like with these? Like would that be fucking weird?
Like her better than the girl that was perfect. I see a soul.
You know what? I like it. I don't care. I'm going to do solo, please. And I'm gong king gang koof. Right? And maybe go up a little. Is that cool?
Better than the girl that was perfect. I see you better than the girl that was perfect. I see you better than the girl.
Yeah, and I really like this little stomp trick that I did where I made a rhythmic pattern out of it. I don't usually do that. I think it just came to me because I had a couple of those stomps kind of by accident next to each other and I thought it sounded cool. That's how I come up with a lot of stuff. It's just playing around.
Oh, it could be like and go back to the drums and everything. Oh, it's a cool idea.
Yeah, you kind of see me come up with this idea of basically having the first bar of the post chorus open, and you can see me doing that right now. It's not the first time that I've done this on Elli Moore's song Gateway and a bunch of other songs. It's kind of cool, you know, where the first bar of the chorus, it's pretty empty and you're like, oh, what's about to happen? What's about to happen? And it's like, bam, there it is.
Okay, yeah, I'll know like what that means, but like actually I know this is like a thing like where I'm keeping my chords, but what if I did this, just this, but down.
So, and what you see happen here is I just came up with a really important part for the song, which is the piano on the chorus. And all I basically did is just copy the bass. And I think I even dropped an octave to make it very, very low on the piano. So, and what I'm doing right after is just jumping to Splice again and looking for more samples, just kind of looking for inspiration to fill this thing out.
There's something with the reverse, but I have no idea how to use this. Like, maybe just like here.
Much better than the girl that was perfect. No shit. I like me better. I like me better.
That's cool. Wait. Yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. Wait, that's literally the chords of the song.
Looking at her face, brown hair. Yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. Looking at her.
So what just happened now is that I found this really cool string stab on Splice again, and it just fit the chords of the song so well. So all I'm doing is just kind of arranging it. Like you can see, I'm trying different placement. What I'm doing right now, I did not end up keeping it, just heads up, but it is important to just play around.
Brown hair, yeah, I like her.
What happens if you reverse?
Brown hair, yeah.
That's cool.
Brown hair, yeah. Brown hair, yeah.
What happens if you unreverse, but at the front?
Brown hair, yeah.
No, I like that as a stab. Never mind.
Brown hair.
What happens if you put lots and lots of delay on it? Blah 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 blah, like that kind of situation. Okay, I mean super hot, but like here, and obviously. What am I cranking up that is making it so fucking loud? There we go.
Brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girls perfect.
So what you just saw me do with the string, I basically added my delay instrument that I've already had made. This is one thing that's really awesome about Ableton, is you can save chains of effects as custom instruments and apply them to anything. It's so helpful.
That was perfect.
Yeah, let's improve that situation right there, because that is not cute. I like that.
Okay, so what I'm about to do now is I'm making shakers out of paper samples. This is a trick I've used before, which just makes it sound really nice and organic. I just really like it. And once I found the samples, what I do is I just vocally try to figure out the rhythmic pattern. You'll hear me do it in a second where I'm like making funny noises, but that's what actually helped me decide what to do with this paper hat.
You know what I mean? be like, we got this.
So, and at first, this paper shaker thing, it just didn't sound that good. And I did end up layering it with a real shaker. And that's what you kind of see me figure out here. I go, nah, that ain't it. So I start looking for shakers.
Hit number 2, you know, right here. Maybe. We'll make one. We'll construct a thing. Ooh, yeah, okay, alright.
Yeah, and I have to say, a lot of the times, that's what my samples are. They're layers of several samples.
I'm gonna take another, like, shaker though. Yeah, you. And you need to go down in volume. And you also need to take out all the bottom out of you. It almost sounds like somebody goes, ah, 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 ah. That's like cool, you know?
So, and what I'm about to do here is just put a little bit of panning on it. I use this plugin called Pancake. I'm pretty sure this is a free plugin by Cable Guys, so check it out. But it just helps pan left and right without having to program that by hand. So, and then I'm EQing a little bit.
I want like open hats, to be honest. I really like that. I know that's not what I was gonna do, but let's see.
So what I think is a funny thing is I just said, I'm gonna look for an open hat, but I find something else and I get a different idea and I just swerve.
What if I like landed like a horribly? Oh. What if you just like, no, these hits. Oh, this one and this one. That's okay. Yeah. Alright, I need like a real hat though. How is that a hat? Excuse me. That's weirdly cool. Okay, I was gonna play it in. I guess I still can play it in. So I'm gonna do this, right? Hello?
So here I'm going for a staple of pop music, an 808 hi-hat, and it was kind of weird. I just heard a hat on Splice that I liked, so I resampled it and I'm playing it in the rhythmic pattern that I want, and later you'll see me try to replace it for like an hour trying to find a hat.
Okay, maybe I can make that not horrible. Like a bomb, bomb, boom.
Here I'm editing the hats that I played in. I don't have the most perfect timing, just as a musician. So yeah, I need the edit. Plus I want it to be like super on the grid. And also I end up changing things from how I played it. Yeah, and you see me here adding some grace notes to make the hats a little bit dirtier, sounding like that like that kind of sound. And then a lot of times I use this editing process for like changing volumes, maybe creating triplets that are hard for me to play in real life.
I almost like want to see if I can get a different sound for this hat. Like just like experiment with it for like a hot second.
And this is really funny because I'm clearly looking for a hat to replace my main hat, but I end up finding an open hat, and boom, that's what I'm working on now.
And that would be a bit longer. You would be right there.
And I think this is a funny thing that this is my real process captured. I can just see how kind of messy and chaotic it is, but it works for me.
Can I make the sound weirder? Like. This is so weird. Like a bit crusher. That's what I need.
What you're seeing me do here is I'm just looking for something that will make this open hat kind of hit in a really strange way, almost like an effect. I'm trying delay, I'm trying bit crushing, I'm trying pitch shifting, just anything that comes to mind.
That's cool. Wait, that's sick.
And I think a lot of this ability to kind of know what to try, it just comes from knowing your system, knowing what plugins you have. Like I knew I had the Shaper Box plugin from Cable Guys, and that it has a lot of like really odd things in it. So that's why I went for it.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it's kind of funky how long I worked just on this open hat. And I wanted to include showing that just to kind of show that sometimes I'm not a very strategic producer, right? Like I just go with whatever feels right to me at the moment. I'm chasing a particular sound that I hear in my head. Yeah, and I'm just, trying isotope vinyl. I was just trying some saturation from RC20 plugin. Yeah, just playing around, and that's my method.
Can I stretch you? I'm gonna stretch you.
And what just happened there is I'm working on stretching one of my violin parts, but then another string part just came to my mind. Yeah, and it's a funny thing because you want to be methodical, but sometimes things just come and you got to chase them.
That was perfect.
I'll play that.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I think I write my tracks a little bit like a songwriter writes their top lines, their songs. I just hear melodies, and a lot of the times I have to sing them. Even drum parts, I have to be like, God, like do my really bad beatboxing just so I can feel it and see like if it feels right with the other things I've laid down.
Plucks or like staccato? Like violin, viola. Is it viola or is it viola? I never know how to say this. Or viola or viola.
Viola.
Viola. Now I know how to say this properly. Viola. Like voila, but not really.
Yeah, you can see right here, like the fact that I left music school at 12, it shows because I can't necessarily with ease play what is in my head. So I always end up needing editing.
Okay, almost. I might just like adjust this now. But now. Okay, I like that. Try the plug. I just think the plug would be like too cutesy, but like also like a lot. I actually like the other one. And give me. There's the cello. as a doubler for it.
So again, here's a demonstration of knowing your plugins really well. When I say I'm going to double this with the cello, I know exactly which cello from which plugin. I don't have to second guess. It's just I've used it before, so I know it.
Fucking yeah. Let me just...
So just to kind of talk about these plugins, this is Spitfire Studio Strings, which has violins, violas, cellos, really nice plugin. And then I'm doubling it with Tina Guo cello, and both of these are Contact plugins.
Cool. I really like that. All right. But like, I'm gonna make it like weird, right?
So it is obvious I'm going for 2000s like Darkchild Timbaland production for this with a modern twist. Yeah, and I would say if you're giving a nod to a vintage style, just definitely reference those records, study what is in there.
But I want like a great smell. Badang. Badang. Is this like this? Yeah, I agree.
Brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect.
And one thing I want to say is for a brief second here, you see my chain, it's called Make Me Old. So I have J37 from Waves, I have Isotope Vinyl on there, and I just always throw that on a track if I want to make it old. I think I've used it on Kenzie Ziegler's song Motives. I've used it on some Elli stuff. Yeah, it's really useful to have your go-tos like this that you love a lot.
Like, I'm just not like a fan of how that sounds. Like, do you want to just try Piscata? No, it's better. Maybe just drop an octave on this one.
Yeah, you can see here, I'm just really trying to dial in the string sound. It just sounds dry and gross to me.
Maybe it has some kind of like EQ. Oh, also, going so much better than the girl that was perfect. No shit. Like a little wobble, but like space. I do like that very much.
And what I'm doing here is just a basic EQ sweep on that string, so it goes like the sound expands. I didn't demonstrate that very well, but yeah, definitely I did not come up with this trick. This has been around for a very, very long time. They've been doing frequency sweeps, I feel like, on a lot of early 2000s songs, like very dramatically. But yeah, this is one to keep in your bag of tricks, just to kind of try it when something's maybe not sitting right. Usually it creates a cool effect.
Alright, so you guys, I don't know, I'm not like a big fan of this hat.
So you see me here just jump back into the hi-hats because we know I didn't like the hi-hats. So I just took my little detour to make my string, and I'm back at it again with the hats.
It's kind of cool. It's not bad. I should do something like this, tiny. Oh, yikes. I love that. It's just a different, yeah. Maybe just...
After all that time I screwed around with that hat trying to make it cool, I just replaced the front end of it. And that's how it goes. That's why I'm including this too, is because you guys need to see the mistakes too. And generally, I think at this stage, an early stage of a craft, perfectionism can sort of squeeze the life out of it. My back hurt, so I had to stand up. I don't have a standing up desk, so here we go. Yeah, that works great there. What would happen if it was like a super, like straight up live high, but not like a bright one either? I kind of don't know though, because I feel like it needs like the brightness, but I could be wrong, so let's find out. Yeah, I don't know, like you could play with like a little water on it, but really like crap. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like that. That could be a cool addition to my shaker, actually. Again, I'm looking for a hat. I'm finding a thickener part for my shaker. Yep, that is just how it goes with me. Oh, hush. Yeah. Give me a hat. I want a good hat. And it's funny, really, because I do have some great hat instruments that I've made, but I think here I'm just trying to find something different. That's cute. That's nice. Fine. I'm using my kit that I've made. I just wanted something different. Jesus, like. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and sometimes the experiments don't work out. I ended up using a hat I use on everything, but you gotta try. Whoa. So, and I don't know if you guys remember, at the very start of this track, one of the first things I did was lay down the chords, literally just whole note chords for this song, because this is another example of how that's super helpful. I was like, oh, I need some kind of just chord type part underneath this chorus. I already have the chords, so I just gotta throw in different sounds and see what works. Looking at her fake brown hair, yeah, I like her. I don't think it should be this. It still should be like a live type situation. Organ, maybe? Like perhaps? You don't like that. Yeah, I wish I had a method on how I choose sounds, but I really don't. It's just gut feeling. I like it or I don't like it. Pretty cool. I'm adjusting the chords here because I'm hearing particular inversions, so I'm just adding them. Again, using my voice for reference, I'll be like, me! And then I'll add that note in. Yeah, it's an exact science for sure. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a thing out of this, except that needs to last the whole bar. So what you're about to watch me do here is I print down the MIDI until it's a wave track, obviously. And what I do is I go into detail mode, or whatever it's called in Ableton. I don't even know the proper word. And I start tuning down the transposition of the ends of these chords, just because that's what I heard in my head. A little bit longer. That's cool. I love that. All right, here we go. I like
a lot. Okay, I like it. I mean, literally it's starting to feel like a chorus.
Looking at her fake brown hair, yeah, I like her better than the girl that was perfect. See the soul and the focus growing so much better than the girl that was perfect. No shit.
All right, cool. Honestly, wow, I've made so many tracks. What the hell? Let's put them all into the instrumental. That would be super duper lit. So you have a little bit of control.
So, and I think this is a point I get to with every track where I'll work on the chorus first usually, and I work and I add stuff until suddenly it starts feeling pretty complete to me. And then I start focusing on other things, like what I'm doing right now is I'm just opening up a little bit of space for the vocal, because you were here, I was adding a lot of tracks, a lot of things. So the more you add, you know, in that mid-range, the less you hear of your lead vocal. So I'm just carving out, and my vocal is poking out at about 800 and at about 2800. So obviously I'm turning down the track right there in those spots. And this is not going to stay in the mix. This is just like from my demo mix for me to hear the vocal a little bit better.
The hats are just like so aggressive. They're like, they're so freaking aggressive. Like, I can't, like, guys, like, let's calm down. It's mostly these dudes right there, I think. Oh, and also these shakers are like,
and you think this wouldn't be important, volume in a demo, but it really is, because I listen to it a lot, so you get used to the wrong thing.
I like me better than the girl that was perfect. I like me better.
So right here, what I'm doing is creating my post-chorus, which is going to be similar to the chorus, but remember I have that first bar missing, so it's like 1, 2, 3. So I'm creating that by obviously leaving out the bass in the first bar and having it do that quarter note pattern at the top of the second bar.
I like me better. I like me better than the girl that was perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
I like me better than the girl that was perfect. I like me better. 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 I like me better.
And right here, I'm deciding how to place my hats on this post-chorus, whether they are staying out of certain parts, whether they're the exact same patterns as the chorus or a little bit different beats are emphasized. Yeah, this is really important. The hat is such an important part of a rhythmic track.
That's the one I want to do.
So at this point, I start flying things from the chorus to the post, because I do want it to have a very similar vibe, just certain differences that up the energy, because definitely if you have a chorus and a post, the post should feel drastically different, either a lot smaller or a lot bigger.
Better than the girl that was perfect. I like me better than.
And here I'm flying the piano stabs, you know, that low piano that I had in the chorus. Then I'm about to fly some of the strings, some of those sample stabs.
And then I like me better than the girl that was perfect. I like me better. I like me better.
All right, guys, so that was the end of video 2. I know it was a long one, so please let me know in the comments how this is feeling to you guys, if you have any questions. I know it's a little bit tough because this is my natural process. I wasn't really trying to explain what I was doing because I was actually doing it at that time. So I tried to do the voiceover, you know, as well as I could to explain things. But if there's anything I'm doing and you're not sure what it is or why it is or what plugin I'm using, just ask in the comments and I will answer. So super excited for next week, where I will be showing the end of day 1. So a little bit more verse production, bridge production, things like that. So yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, please comment, please like, and I will see you guys on the next video.
Beauty queen.